Hi, Andrew here. And continuing with the theme of revelations from terrible flashback last week, revelation number one was that I'm not fighting this alone. I thought I was. I was grotesquely mistaken. Luckily, I was terribly mistaken because I couldn't have fought it. I couldn't have survived it 2 years ago without the love of my children. They got me out. Their love pushed me out, pulled me out, whatever. And they are a big part of what keeps me out and keeps me going. Along with that, though, it opened up a little hole in the shields, in the defenses. I have taken all of this stuff for all my life, and I've squeezed it into a tiny little ball, and I've stuffed it into a Pandora's box, as it were, and hidden it away. And I don't lift that lid very often. I try not to lift that lid. And the problem, that in and of itself is a problem because there's a lot of pressure in there. One of the triggers of the first episode I could remember almost 40 years ago was Pink Floyd, the final cut. And the rusty wire that holds the cork that keeps the anger in gives way. And sometimes it feels like that to me, that the rusty wire holding the cork gives way and it starts to come out. And when it does, it's really unpleasant. Uh, I had a breakdown on Thursday and was almost incapable. No, I wasn't almost incapable. I was useless for a good half hour until I managed to shove the cork back in, stuff as much back into that bottle as I could, shove the cork back in, and wrap a new rusty wire on it and hold some of the pressure in. Trouble is that there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff shoved in there. And I deal with it, and I've been trying to deal with it, and I have been for a couple of years, but there's an awful lot. There's a tremendous amount of back pressure. There's an awful lot of stuff shoved under that hood, and sometimes I fool myself into thinking that I've dealt with it, that things are moving along okay. Things may be moving along okay, but I haven't dealt with it all. And that was the next great revelation. However well things are going, I haven't dealt with everything. I haven't solved my problems. I've often said that I know I'm in this fight forever. This is lifelong. I'm not going to get better. Or no, I'm not going to get cured. I can get better. In each day I try to get better, but I'll never be cured. But part of the problem is there's all that water behind the dam, behind the dike, and if a hole pokes in it, that water starts pouring through. Did you see the videos of the Katrina flooding? All those years ago, 20 years ago, or whenever it was in New Orleans when the levees broke. Didn't take a big break, but when the water started coming through, it was unstoppable. And that's one of my great fears. There's so much pressure back there that when it breaks, a lot pours out. And that was something that happened last week and something that I had to deal with. But that's a story for another time. Now, thank you very much for watching. That was this time. Now is your time. And in the meantime, take care, and you'll see me soon.